Welcome to Daily Net Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Today we're doing Siman Kuf Pei Base, the Hilchos of Gezelang and Gneva, which is robbery and theft. So, Seif Aleph. Also, Ligzol Lignov, a filu culture, it is prohibited to rob or steal even a minimal amount, Bein Yisrael, Bein Nochri, whether from a Jew or from an idolater. Non-Jew, Isa Betoned Velio. It is written in the Medrash Toned Velio. Ma'aseh be'echol shesipeli she'asa avla legoy. There was an incident involving a person who recounted to me that he committed an injustice, an injustice to an idolater, b'medidas hatzmorim shemachal, with regard to the measuring of dates that he sold him. But and afterwards he purchased oil with all the money that he had earned from this dishonest transaction. The Nishbar Pach, the jug containing the oil, broke. The Nishbar Hashem, and the oil spilled and was lost. But Marti, and I said to him, Baruch HaMokoim, blessed is God, She'ein l'mfon of Masay upon him, before whom there is no partiality. Hakos of Oimer, Lo Yisashak is Re'ech, Lo Yisixu. You should not cheat your fellow, you should not rob. The Gezel HaGoy Gozel, and the robbing of an idolater is considered robbery. So if base. If the item being taken is such a small thing, that no one would have any objection at all if someone were to take it, could go in little mechavila keson, for example, take a splinter from a bundle of wood, in order to pick his teeth with it. Musa, this would be permitted and not considered theft. Nevertheless, it is still good practice never to avoid even this, because if you become accustomed to that, then you may become accustomed to slightly bigger things, and it's a slippery slope. Seif Gimel. Even to steal an item with the intent to return it to its owner at a later date, but such as where one wishes to cause that person a little bit some pain or anguish, over derech skok, or as a laugh, gam kain also, this is also prohibited. Seif Dalad. Also, it is prohibited to cheat one's fellow. A few culture, even out of only a minimal sum. Shneemar, it says in the Apostle, you shall not cheat your fellow. And what is the definition of oishek, which is cheating? This is a case where when one's friend's money come into his possession, return with the consent of his friend. For example, he has a loan, or he owed that person money for wages. If any word to the shalom and he refuses to pay him back, or he pushes him up by telling him repeatedly, "Go now, come back another time for related payment." That is also awesome, and that's the definition again of a sashik, which is cheating a person. Sif Hey. Anyone who covets the home or utensils of his fellow, or anything else that his chaver friend has no intention of selling, and in order to acquire the object, he gets lots of acquaintances to encourage the other person to sell it to him. Or he himself urges this fellow to sell it to him until eventually it's sold it to him. It has violated the prohibition of you should not covet. In addition, as soon as he was enticed to do so, and began to think of ways in order to encourage his fellow to sell it to him, he violated the prohibition of you shall not desire. For the desire to which this posuk refers to is only in the heart. But it's that desire that leads to the coveting, and therefore one who purchases the object of this desire, this unlawful desire, if you like, and has violated two prohibitions, that of taiva, and not coveting. Okay. And for this reason, the Apostle says that Ne'emar lo yisachmid shall not covet v'lo yisaveh. See Vav. Mitzvah sasei al gozel. There is a positive mitzvah upon the which is on the person who has robbed. To return the object itself that he robbed. If he still got it, or it still existed in existence. Below the stand is and has not undergone any form of change. Shneimar says a positive he should return the robbed item which he robbed. This also applies to a ganov, the one who steals rather than robbed. So one does not fulfill this chiyuv by giving the owner money instead. Even if the owner has already had yush, as in given up any hope of regaining that which he had stolen from him. However, the item became lost, and therefore he can't actually give it back. So it's undergone an irreversible change. He's installed it into a building. In a manner that if he were to take it out, he would suffer a large monetary loss. Lister's opinion, should he be required to demolish the building in order to get it out? He fulfills obligation by giving the amount of money the item was worth at the time it was stolen. If the victim of the robbery is in another place, and the robber is not required to send the money to that location, rather he need only inform the owner of the item that was stolen, that he will pay him, and then he can collect it from him. He doesn't have to go there. In Mason Nixel, however, if the victim of the robbery died, the robber should return the object, either object or mouse, in whichever case, to his heirs. Seif Zayin. Hagoyz lesser rabbi, one who steals from the public. For example, he was a shopkeeper, and he measured items sold using a short measure. So he's cheating them by getting them to pay extra. He weighed items sold by a weight with a deficient weight, or the like. He was an officer or treasurer of the community, and eased the tax burden on his own relatives, and subsequently increased it on others in order to make sure that there was no loss. And similarly, one who took interest from the public. To shuvasa kasha, it's very difficult to do tshuva in such a situation and to return what has been stolen. The fikach that he should therefore, in such a case, undertake to provide for communal needs. In which case the victims of his theft will actually benefit from him as well. But even so, those which he knows he stole from, he should try and return that which he stole. Also, he does not fulfill his obligation, but masha also that which he does as tzorchei rabbim, as the communal needs. He actually, if he knows he stole from, he actually has to go and give it either money or the item directly back. Seif Ches. Also, liknos me'aganav me'agazal. It is also to purchase from a thief or robber as a chayfetz sheganav as oigazal, an object that this robber has acquired specifically through theft or robbery. And there's no difference whether this person selling this thief or robber is a Jew or a non-Jew. Because a non-Jew is also included in the prohibition against stealing. Even from his fellow Nochri, even from his fellow Goy. But whom is Sheva Mitzvah this is amongst the 7 Noachide commandments. It's indeed, and he said furthermore, it's a great sin. It's an Ovin Godel, a great sin, to purchase stolen objects from a thief. Because in doing so, you're giving him almost license to keep doing it. Because if he gets buyers, he'll sell again. He'll steal again and sell again. In regards to this, it says he who shares with a thief hates his own soul. Because it's causing the thief to commit further thefts. For if you will not find a buyer, if you want to steal, and even though it's theoretically possible for him as a geneva to transport the stolen object to a location where they do not recognize him as a thief and sell it there, that option is not always available to him. However, if the intention of the buyer in purchasing this stolen object is in order to benefit the owners of that stolen object, by returning it to them when they will pay him the money he paid for it. Mutter, that's permitted. But Davka, this is only permitted in such a case where it would be impossible for the owners themselves to salvage it from the robber. And similarly, it's prohibited to accept for shmiras, for safeguarding, an object that appears to have been stolen or robbed. And that concludes tonight's Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Have a good day.